Hey, how's everyone doing there tonight? This is Undead Nightmare 24 back with a video. Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe out there. This is going to be a Wednesday night horror movie review. And this film that I'm going to review is going to be 2019 Skinwalker. This is directed by Christian Newman. He also directed a film such as Time for New Heroes from 2009. This stars Amber Anderson, Udo Kier, I hope I said that right, Jefferson Hall, and Sophia Moselle. Uh, this is kind of like a psychological thriller, and it does have some horror aspects in it, but it's basically a psychological thriller, like I said. So let's get into the plot of this film, guys. This is basically about Regine. She moves to the city. She's pretty much like has her life straight. What it seems in the film, she has a job, she has a boyfriend, and she's trying to escape some from her past. So she's moved to the city to pretty much clear her mind. She's an adult now. Everything's going dandy. What we see in the beginning, and then she pretty much has a scene where she's with her boyfriend. They're in love, and then she ends up getting back to her apartment, and there's this stranger in her apartment that came to visit her. His name is Robert. He's played by Jefferson Hall. You guys might know him from the Halloween 2018 film. He's one of the documentary reporters at the beginning. Um, yeah, he shows up at her apartment and he pretty much is telling her, she's had some tragic stuff happen in her past. So he pretty much is telling her, came here to see you. Just want to let you know that your brother's alive, which I guess she lost a brother. She had a brother named Isaac from the past, which he pretty much was born deformed and pretty much outcasted because of that purpose. I can't get into too much of that without giving spoilers, but she was told that her brother he died 2 days later, given up for adoption, and died 2 days later. This guy's telling her he's alive, so she needs to come back home, and that's where her past is. Pretty much, she had a brutal past. She doesn't want to go back to that, but she has no choice to figure out if her brother is alive or if it's true or not. So she ends up going back to the village where she was pretty much raised, and she goes back. She just found out now that her grandma has just passed. She's been brutally murdered, so she wants to go see what happened on that story there and find out what, and comfort her dad who's there alone. So she ends up getting back there, and she's back with her dad, Claus. Man, he's played by Udo Kier. You guys well known him from Blood for Dracula. He was on the Halloween remake. He's in countless horror films. You guys know him. And his name is Claus. So she gets back, and they pretty much have not a very good relationship. She's taken off for years. He asks her pretty much, "Why'd you come back? You didn't have to." She explains, "I wanna pretty much find out. Comfort you, see if you need help, and be with you in this time where you lost your mother. So as this is going on, she pretty much is going back into her past. It goes to her mom, Rose, has been locked up in a mental facility since losing that brother when that deformed brother Isaac. Since they were younger, her mom ended up in a mental asylum, and she's pretty much abandoned pretty much all her family. She's going back though to try to make things right with her dad. And as she's going there, strange events are happening, and you see her pretty much starting to hallucinate, have these wicked nightmares. She's going, and it goes through like how can I say it, nightmare sequences that are pretty awesome. The cinematography in this film is great. Gives some great nightmarish scenes in this film, back and forth. How she's having these hallucinations. Is it from her past? Is it her brother who's still alive she's trying to figure out, or is it just her going insane, insanity? So as this is all happening, you start to see the character of Regine going pretty much, let's say, wondering, like I said, is she losing her mind, or is this all happening around her, this supernatural force? And how she pretty much goes in through these visionary scenes, which are pretty wicked. She starts to question her insanity and everything going around her, while trying to solve what happened to her grandmother, and it's to find out, if her brother is really alive or he's not. So that takes the story there, and strange events start to happen. You start to find out pretty much everything ain't what it seems. There's some twists and stories in this, and as she's going there, I mean, wicked events take place. There's some pretty bizarre scenes in this one. There's some incest scenes that, well, a couple, like one actually that was pretty crazy there, and it makes you wonder. This really messes with your mind, and it takes through a tour through a pretty much a story to the end there with twists and turns, and pretty much leaves you ending with a pretty, you could see the twist coming, but it still gets you a little bit. So overall, that's pretty much all I could say on this film without giving spoilers. I'm going to get my personal opinion on the film. I think it's excellent. I really enjoyed it. It's one of those oddball type artsy films, if I could say it. And it has some, I mean, stunning camera work. The atmosphere in this one is excellent. And I really like the nightmarish, visionary scenes going out through Regine's head on this film. And yeah, it's like I said, it's visually stunning. Has a storyline. It's not for everyone. If you're not into those kind of like artsy type films, you probably won't get a kick into this, because it's very artsy, and it's a psychological thriller, like I said, with horror aspects. And I just love the colors of this and the scenery, which really got me into the film. It does have like a type of slow burn to it too, but it didn't bother me. And it has a good, pretty good ending to it too as well. Twist. So that's all I can pretty much get into this film. Let's get into my rating of the film. I'm going to rate this, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I can see myself rewatching this film just for the, like I said, the atmosphere and the, like those nightmarish settings are excellent in this film. It's not going to be for everyone, like I said. I'll recommend it to fans who are people that enjoy like artsy films and pretty much have that kind of vision. You'll enjoy this film. If not, it's not going to be for you. So it's Skinwalkers from 2019. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. What made me drop it to a 4 out of 5 is there's some scenes here, guys, that I still don't get. I'm still trying to figure out, which I think could be a good thing. I have questions on this film, a couple still, but yeah, this is a film you gotta watch like pretty much 3 times to get it. I'd say 2 to 3 or maybe even more, because it does have it is a pretty much a, how can I say it? It pretty much, you know, messes with your mind, man. It's a mind bender, man, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, this is 2019 Skinwalker, 4 out of 5, guys. Please hit a like, comment, subscribe. If you've seen this film, please let me know what you think of, what you thought of it. I cannot speak again, guys. Excuse me. And this is going to be Undead Nightmare 24. Back with a video. Keep it horror. Peace.
There's a man to see you. Says he knows you from years ago, talking about your brother, your mum.
Who are you?
You look just like your mum.
How do you know my mum? I've never seen you before in my life.
We really need to talk. You shouldn't have come back. Too many things happened in this house in the past. You run away.
I wanted to be happy.
That bastard's bringing shame on all of us.
They lied to you. They lied to both of us.
I'm only back to put my past to rest, to close this chapter.
Don't forget, your brother's alive.
Isaac died a few days after birth.
You have to tell him we had a deal.
He's dead. She's getting in your head. She's making you crazy. Get rid of her.
You're just another victim. You're just another victim, kid. You're just another victim. You're just another victim, kid.